Oh
So,
yeah.
Yo.
what is up, guys? It's your boy Angel A to Z here. We have many special guests, actually, man. We got introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Fishhead, lead guitarist, singer, songwriter from Fishhead and the Bones, and one half of Raw Culture. Well, the creators.
I'm Hef, and I play the drums in Fishhead and the Bones.
And I play bass in Fishhead and the Bones. My name's Logan.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by, man. Yeah, dude. Just can you tell us a little bit about your band?
Yes, we are 6 months into our journey of being a band and playing shows. Well, I guess we're a whole year coming up here soon of being a band. 6 months playing shows. We are a three-piece. We invite people over to play with us. We play original songs. It can range from soft, jazzy to like hard rock and screaming, to funk or country. I don't know, whatever. Like there's a big range of songs that we have, and then we also like to cover cool bands and have cool singers and players come and play with us. So if you're good, hit us up.
Every couple shows we have our buddies come up and play with us, which is a big part of what we do.
Is that how it started off for you guys? Just playing around, and then it just got serious somehow, or how did did it start also with Fishhead and the Bones, or Hef and the Boys, or?
It's an interesting story. So I could tell you how I met Diego real quick. So I'm also the lead singer for this band called Hef and the E-Boys.
Yeah, definitely pull it.
Oh, okay, my bad. And that band, well, it was me and my buddy Kurt. And then we had this drummer, but we didn't have a bassist. So the drummer knew a bassist, and then that's when I met Diego. And then after that, Diego started showing me like some of his original shit on guitar. Like I didn't even know he played guitar until like 3 practices in. And I was like, oh, you play guitar too. So, and then eventually a couple months later, he's just like, yo, we need a drummer for my project. And I'm like, well, I play the drums. Let's run it. So kind of just joined Fishhead and the Bones.
And when he hit me up, I had only heard of his other band. I had seen him live. Diego, his old band Mercury Rose, and they were really cool cover band. Some of the songs we play come from that. And he hit me up, and I had no intention to play it with him at all. And it was cool. It was really cool how it.
Yeah, I remember when I hit up Logan because I had just gotten I had just left my other band that I was in called Anti-State, and I wanted to do something, but I didn't want to go like hard with it, like only hard music. I wanted to do like the music that I've written before, because I write a lot of songs, but some of them are like acoustic, some of them are like hard rock songs, and some of them like just I don't know. It's a different like style whenever I'm like whatever I'm feeling. So I was like, I need some musicians because I didn't get along with, the band that I had before. So I wanted to do a project of my own instead of joining a band and being, in a situation that I didn't want to be in. So then I like hanging around Hef and playing bass for his band. And then we invited Logan and just clicked.
It was cool when we started jamming. First time we played, it just clicked immediately. We got to start a band for sure.
It was just like a jam. Like, cause like I don't know, when you start jamming, it's all improvised, right? Like it's like freestyling. Like if you're rapping and you're freestyling off the top of the head, it's the same thing when you're jamming. You're just like feeding off each other's energy. Like if I have a riff, he starts playing the bass line, and he just shreds on the drums. Like it was a great
Connection.
Yeah, connection. It was cool. So when we first started playing, I was like, "Fuck, dude,
we have to start a band and start making."
And that's how we start every single practice. Every single practice starts with just a jam where you just start playing shit.
I love it.
And it makes us better as musicians. Like we try to learn. We're trying to get more into like music theory and like just being able to
actually learn about
Yeah.
music and know what we're doing, you know, instead
Yeah.
of just getting out there. And we're trying to get better as musicians so we can put out better stuff, you know.
Now, guys, can you go into the story of how you guys picked up the instrument you guys are rocking now?
yeah.
All right, I'll start. So my dad is a drummer. Shout out Rick Hefner.
Yeah, shout out Rick from he plays with Mike Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Mike
Who
Kelly.
taught him guitar. So
Yeah.
small world. So my dad was a drummer. He never like forced drums on me. I kind of just like saw him growing up, and I was like, you know what? Kind of just like tapping all the time. And then eventually, my dad signed me up for drum lessons, and he didn't want to teach me himself because he's like, you're not gonna listen to me, so I'm gonna just give you lessons from like one of my buddies. And I learned drums probably at like age 11, and just never fell out of love with the drums. Like I fucking love playing the drums.
And he plays keys and writes
I didn't
songs.
start playing keys till I was like 18, but yeah, I'm getting better on it.
Yeah.
Getting better on it. Yep.
Yeah. I picked up the guitar at like 16 because, you know, I thought singing songs to girls, you know, would get me a, you know, lucky day, right? So I learned like the simplest songs in the beginning, like Hey There Delilah and like fucking I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Like campfire
Pink
songs,
Floyd
you know what I mean? Like just so totally like just for attention. And then when I came back from college, I you know, had not a lot to do, so I picked up the electric guitar and started learning how to solo, and I got really into like Jimi Hendrix. And I've always liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I started learning the Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, and I started learning harder songs, which like then I started like, oh shit, I could like write music off, like not copying the same chords but getting different chords from each song I learned, you know what I mean? Putting it all together in like an arrangement that I'm like, oh shit, like that's really cool. Like if you listen to some of the songs that we have, or like some of the recordings, you can tell in the guitar which guitarist I got the inspiration from. You know, like if you listen to the other music, because everybody listens to different music. But yeah, learning guitar, and then I learned to play bass, and then a little bit of keyboards, and then I like to play the drums, but I'm not that good at it.
I started playing bass probably I was 13 or 14. My grandpa is a preacher in a church, and the bass player in the band quit, so he's like, I need you to learn bass, and he bought me a bass, and I picked it up super quick. It was because it's kind of easy, you know, just it's easy to play bass. It's hard to play it well, you know, and he taught me how to play it, and within like 2 or 3 weeks I was playing on the praise team, and I did that for years, and it really made me it made me a lot better than I would be if I didn't have that, you know. It was a good experience.
Dude, that blew me because Logan's story, because I believe you also told that on an interview with...
Oh, I did.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What church is playing bass, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I only used to play bass with my grandpa in the church, and we're over here fucking playing like just scream, like heavy metal music.
Playing to naked ladies.
Yes. Oh yes. Talking about that, I'm here repping the merch of Heffing the E-Boys
Oh, shit.
over here. Speaking about naked ladies, you can
Shout out Cheyenne.
shout out Cheyenne. Yeah, it's signed for all you OnlyFans lovers and whatever.
There you go.
Check out Heffing the E-Boys.
Hey, dude, that's dope.
Cheyenne.
Oh yeah.
What's called Logan? I did want to ask you this though, Logan. Like, did your parents ever like trip or like were like, "Hey, man, don't play that other type of music"?
No, not at all. Especially my grandpa, who taught me how to play, who is a preacher, and he really encouraged music he played. He taught me a lot of songs that he played in bands he was in the late 60s, you know, early 70s, playing in cover bands. Showed it to me, and that really got me into that music, because I listened to a lot of older music, and I wouldn't have gotten into that if it wasn't for him, and that really molded my style of playing.
And you could tell that in the way that when you hear the songs, you could tell how old he is. That's that's a joke that was also in the docu-series, that he likes music from the 60s and 70s. I like more like 90s and 2000s, and this man is a fucking, like, the oldest guy in the band likes music that I don't even fucking know of.
Today's pop.
Literally, he's like, I'm gonna be like, he's like Britney Spears, pop star.
Olivia
that's
Rodrigo,
me.
number one.
Like,
ridiculous.
Wild.
Okay, dude. I wasn't expecting that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and he's playing out here, like, we have a song called FTP, and, like, he's fucking going nuts on it, Like, just crazy.
Now, Hef, how did your band get started?
So Kurt, the guitarist in Hef and the E-Boys, him and I have been jamming for a while, since we were like 18, but me on the drums and him on guitar, right? And so we always tried to find like a singer, and it just never worked out. I went through like a quarter life crisis like 3 years ago, and decided to start singing. Still going through it, honestly. And so Kurt was like, dude, you should just fucking sing, and then we'll just find a drummer. And I was like, oh, you're a genius. So that's kind of how that band started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it your dream to start a band of your own, or?
Not really. I mean, I always wanted to be a drummer of a band. Like, growing up, like, I wanted to be Travis Barker. I wanted to be Chad Smith. Like, I never really saw myself as, like, Dave Grohl. No, I'm Dave Grohl. Because I drum in one band and I sing in the other.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're Nirvana.
Very good.
What about you, Fish? I don't think we ever asked you that on the one-on-one, right?
The podcast about creating my own band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted, I've been in, this is my shit, if we count it. My first band was the Toxic Chilies. My set with Bloyer. Shout out Bloyer. He's from Sticky J, I mean. It was Toxic Chilies, then it was Mercury Rose, then it was the Velvet Stripes Company, then it was Anti-State, then it was Dreamy there, and then now we're here at Fishhead and the Bones. Always been playing guitar for every band, but I wrote a lot of songs. Like with Mercury Rose, we played around the scene like back in like 2018, 2019. Played with some pretty cool bands, some well-known bands from that are known now, like like OGMC, and I know Austin Carr. We played with him. The singer from Stereotype, Danny Grams, like these Dark Sun. Yeah, we played with Dark Sun. So
all in Rockford.
Yeah, all in Rockford. Yeah, this was all in Rockford. Like at fucking Cherry Bowl. that one Cherry Bowl gig was rough. Played at Whiskey's. Just around
Played
here.
at Louis. That's
Oh yeah, I played at Louis. Yep.
First
and like,
time I ever met Diego was his band Mercury Rose was playing at Louis, and I washed dishes there when I was like 15. So I went out and saw the band. I'm like, man, these guys rock.
Yeah, and I was like 19 then, like 19 or 20, and you got.
I was gonna ask Logan. Did you ask for an autograph?
No, but I got one now. He gave me the demo from their EP, and it's all signed by all of them.
Yeah, all the artists, yeah. And also, we played at this place that's closed now. It was called then Cronies, where Ginger used to run sound there, and now he runs sound at Stockyard. So like, it's cool. Like growing up, and still playing music. Like back when I was like 19 or 20. Now I see a lot of the same artists or musicians that are either in the same band or have their own projects or are in a different project, like I remember the first time seeing Colorado Ave was at Cronies. So like, yeah, it was, or maybe it wasn't Colorado Ave, maybe it was a different band, maybe it was Absalom, I don't know. It was Jason and his brother in the band, and I saw them there and I was like, dude, they're so fucking cool. Because I used to see Jason, and he's the lead guitarist of Colorado Ave. I used to see him at music competitions my senior year for like ILMEA or something. I was only in choir for like my last 2 years, so I knew him from that, and now they're fucking doing great, and we're
Do you
still
know
playing.
those guys at all? No.
Yeah.
Their music is so good. Colorado Ave. We're doing we play shows with them all the time. They're our good buddies. They're great.
And we're doing a show with them at fucking Mary's place, bro. So like,
Rock, metal.
they're
Like emo. They're kind of emo.
They're
Yeah.
so good. They're like pop punk
Yeah.
gods.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
they're so good, and their music is so original and just different than the other stuff you hear. You'd really enjoy it.
yeah. I really steered off the question. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you let the crowd know that we're playing Mary's place. So that's pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, but I mean, I don't know if you guys want to spark up to you. I just want to say, man, dude, if you're ever looking for rolling papers, glass, ashtrays, man, I suggest coming down to Vape Smoke Shop, man. They are open from Monday through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., man.
Yeah.
Definitely stop on by and say hi, man. They're always right there chilling, and soon to be arcade.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm excited about that. That'll be fun.
I used to live so close to here, man. I used to live on fucking Pilgrim Court. Also, we can't spark it though.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you remember that he and I worked for the.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a doofus. My bad. I can hit my cart though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we're not smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I obviously do your thing, man. Now, how do you guys see Rockford with the bands? I feel like there's a lot. Either it's rap or bands.
It's so good. The scene right now is so good. There's a lot of young original bands coming out right now.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It's great to see because like, when I first started coming into the scene, like at 18 and 19, I would only see like the older dudes that did like cover bands and stuff like that, you know, because that's what a lot of bars and venues want. They want people that come in and listen to a band cover songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And like, I ain't throwing no shade or nothing, but like, you know, for young people that gets boring. Like, there's no originality. There's no way to like express yourself. And so now we have venues like, you know, the McPherson, Texas Lounge.
Shout out those places.
Yeah, shout out all these places: the McPherson, Texas Lounge, J&K, and any underground venue that allows original bands to come and play. Because I remember like when I was playing music with Mercury Rose, we'd only get paid if we did covers because we had to play for 2 hours. You know what I mean? And like 2 or 3 hours. And we'd only play 4 original songs. So for me, that was a little boring and repetitive because we play the same songs. Like, I played Hotel California so many fucking times after hearing it so many fucking times. But, like, that's a way to make money. Like, that's 100% true. And, like, it's a good side hustle. But, like, I want more. You know, like, I want to do my original music. And these venues that allow it to happen, there's been so many great shows that we've done. Couple that were not as good, but you know, we still powered through, and we've only been playing shows for 6 months, you know, so it's not like we've been doing them for a long time as a band together. But the shows that let us do them, it's been mostly positive experiences.
And all the bands that we've been playing with are really cool, like the Eclective Collective. And
Yeah, they opened up for Afro Man.
Yeah, and they started around the same time as us, and they've been doing so much cool stuff. And Colorado Ave, and we've all thought they were cool before we even started a band and knew each other. You know, there's so many great.
There's new bands like too, like that I've recently heard of, like you know, Karate Gossip, and then there's some classics like Quilt Club. You know, Clementine, and then also we're playing a show with the same show at Mary's. It's also with The Bitter Ends. So like, there's so many great bands here, man. Like, Unsung Heroes too. They're playing at New Mill Tap.
Damn, guys, it sounds like you guys really know the band scene here.
Fuck yeah, I think it's a respect thing. If you want to get listened to, you got to listen to other bands, right?
Low key, I thought it was like you know, fuck if there's other bands, it's us, you know.
Nah, dude, like, I love getting inspiration from the bands,
And we're all in
scene.
this together, you know. We're all trying to create music and get our music heard. We want people to hear other people's music because we want our music to be heard too. You know,
Right. We don't want to be like crabs in a bucket. Like that's the saying. Like everyone in the scene like always pulls themselves down or others down, but like we don't want to be that type. You know.
Nah. That's why we like throwing shows. Like we threw a house show at Hef's house. So fun. It was a pretty sick lineup. We had Lil Lizzy with Sad Boy Skip, and then had Eclectic Collective, Major Dilemma. They're a band. Actually, they're from Byron area. They're like punk, like 4-chord power. They're great. They're great. They're loud. They're fast, aggressive. It's like that like underground punk shit. And then there's we played with Colorado Ave there as well, along with Fishhead and the Bones and Hef and E-Boys. So it was a stacked lineup, and it was this little basement show, but a fuck ton of people came. Yeah, like so many people came. It was like you could like if you sat down on the couch in the back, you couldn't see. You know, like just it was musty as hell because everybody was down there fucking either drunk or smoking.
Half was freaking out because it was at his spot, you know, and we're throwing a concert, and we didn't expect that many people to show up.
It was nuts,
dude. Yeah, it was more than 100 people that showed up. Yeah. It was like,
and my house is small, dude. Like if you ever saw my house, you'd be like, no way, you got 100 people in here.
But there were like upstairs and downstairs, so there was beer pong and a party going on upstairs, while we were just fucking going ham downstairs. And it was nuts. That's where we practice at, too. It's just like a sacred space. And, like, having so many motherfuckers down there, dude. It was nuts. But that's the second show at Hef's house that we done. And both times it went great. Yeah. You know, we just like having fun with the bands. And also we're having these couple bands tour through Rockford from Wisconsin, Generation Y and Beeschurger. That'll be later April. It was going to be a house show at Hef's, but we switched it to the Texas Lounge. But they're going to help us get up there in the northern Wisconsin area. And this is going to be a heavy metal show. Excuse me. Heavy as fuck. We're going to bring the energy. And, like, when you have scene kids at your shows, like those scene kids that like to mosh, it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, I love that energy. That's what I like playing.
Shout out Outcast Click, bro.
Shout out Outcast Click all the time.
So wild, dude. We love the Outcast Click. We've done, didn't they? Where did we do a show with Outcast?
We did a show with Outcast Click for the Halloween Slasher Bash at Texas Lounge. And they were the openers, and I wish that more people would have came earlier because they bring a fucking big ass.
Tear it up.
Like it's just like moshing, and then they've also moshed for some of our songs too. Like they're really great. Just played in Chicago at the book club. You know, like it's cool to see like these acts and other rappers and bands that like you perform with in the scene, and then they're out there like making their own connections, and you know they're actually going to fucking New York and California, you know, from Rockford, dude. And it's like these artists that have the motivation and the passion and like the drive to just fucking go above and beyond and just say fuck it, let's go to New York, let's go to California. That's like how we're going on a tour this summer. And like we're coming up on just a year of being a band, but we're gonna try to hit, you know, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and we're thinking about down like by Tennessee area,
Fargo, baby.
Yeah, so like just playing music elsewhere, cause like one thing that sticks with me that I always I'm thinking about still is a quote by Dave Grohl. I don't know the exact quote, but like the whole thing was like, if you want to make it in the music business, whatever, just play it's better to play live, like, you know, because playing live, you really dig into people. Like they're like, holy shit.
You make them hear it, you know. They don't know what they're there for if they haven't heard us before, you know. So we're kind of giving them a good impression that if we play well, they'll remember, you know. Oh, those guys, that's a good band. Tell their friends, you know. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
And if we play like shit, they're like, fuck.
Fuck those guys, man.
Guys
Who wants
suck.
to see that? Don't go see that, yeah.
Dude, it definitely is cool, the band part, bro, because at J&K Lounge, the Darkest Hour, I don't know if you guys remember. Ginger Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Darkest
Yeah,
Hour.
yeah,
Dude, that shit was cool when you guys were just like playing beats and then having rappers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
Do you guys usually do that, or that was just that one
We
time?
do it at practice.
We do it at practice all the time.
Especially when he doesn't have his guitar on. So
Yeah, Diego's a great freestyler.
So
like,
I'll play bass
like,
and Hef will play
dude,
drums.
Logan was laid down a bass line, I'll just drum on top of it, and then, dude, Diego's just rapping.
And that's another thing that I think would be more fun to do, is to have more rappers in and come maybe do a set sometime where we have 4 local rappers and we play with these 4 guys and it's Fishhead and the Bones with special guests, these guys. That'd be a lot of fun. Of songs that aren't written, just like freestyle, write some stuff. That'd be a lot of fun.
That's what we've been trying to do still too, because like we've had Yodeshka, she's a local artist from the scene, play with us. Yeah, she's very talented. Just has a song released today.
Today is March 28th, by the way.
Yes, March 28th, 2023. What's that song? It's like What You Mean, right? Something like that. I don't know. Wait. I'm sorry, Yodeshka. She's going to be mad at me if I don't know the song. Because I got a song coming out with her, too, on my own, like with my solo project. So I apologize, Yodeshka, that I don't remember the name of your song, but I listened to it twice today.
Very good song.
Like, just fucking, what the fuck was the question? What were we talking about?
The band and then having rappers on and then
Yes. So we did kind of like an open
lost.
stage night at Texas Lounge, and we had Piff Mason. Shout out Piff. He was rapping with us, and Quest Tucker, and like we were just all like doing different instrumentals, but we want to keep singing with or playing with different artists in the scene. Logan's girlfriend, actually, Sadie Mae, is singing with us at Mary's Place, and she sang with us before. We also have Keith Falcone that has featured, and he plays the trumpet. So good, dude. So when we get, like, I want to have saxophone players. Like, if we can get a band that, you know, has, like, a couple singers, whatever, like, we're open to new things just because we want to better ourselves. This is, again, like, bettering ourselves as musicians, learning to play with other musicians and structure music that's more complex, not in the sense of, like hearing it, but, like, just the theory of it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Music. Maybe.
Make any sense.
No, yeah. Maybe
That
I'm
was a bunch
fucking.
of
That's a
mumbo-jumbo.
high.
It's like the
quote.
theory of it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid.
No,
I
it's
don't know how to play
okay.
music.
No, but like what Quest does, he raps over Eclectic Collective. Everything they do is a band and a rapper. And I think that's really cool. You don't see that a lot, especially in local bands. I can't think of any other.
Yeah, I've never seen that at the local level. Like, they remind me of this band that I used to love called the Flowbots. They were like a rap rock band, and that's what they remind me of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I shit you not. The Halloween at Texas Lounge, bro. I was like, whoa, what is that, bro?
Yeah,
I don't
those
think I
guys-
ever really experienced that. Besides Lincoln Park, maybe. But they would have people, you know.
Right.
And they're heavy. Lincoln Park was kind of heavy, and like they had features, but like Quest is the front man of that crew, and every song is just like, and it's like there's a beat going in the back, and it's just instruments. It's really cool, and we try and do that when we're practicing freestyle. Jamming. Yeah.
This is the first jam band I've ever joined. Because I've been in bands as a drummer, and like most of the bands I've been in are like kind of like really punk. Or like, actually, I've been in 2 surf punk bands of all genres, but no, I've never been in a jam band like this. So it's like, honestly, it's challenging. Like these guys make me a better drummer, honestly.
Coming back to Eclectic Collective, also one thing that's cool about them is that they switch between their guitarist and their drummer. Connor plays the drums sometimes, and then Shane goes to guitar. And I just think that's the coolest thing, because we actually do that for one song. Hef goes to the keyboards, and I go to the drums, and he sings.
He wrote.
Yeah, it's a song that Hef wrote. So I was like, you can play the keys, I'll play the drums. I think, like, switching musicians is in between sets. It's really cool. It's like this one cool band that Logan showed me called Wolfpack. They switch instrumentalists, and it's like the coolest thing, because then, like, you think that these dudes are really good at one instrument, and then they fucking go on another one, and they're like killing that shit. That's so like influential and like inspiring, and I love it, and it
Makes you want to learn.
Yeah,
You know.
it gives you that curiosity and like the motivation to keep learning instruments and learning how to be a better musician and being able to put on cool shows, because that's essentially what you want to do as like a band. You want to put on the coolest shows so people can like if nobody looks at their phone and they're looking at you, that's a cool ass fucking show.
Yeah, for real. They got a big old smile on their face. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Now, writing. Does being in a band require a lot of writing?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
agree.
first EP is all stuff he wrote solo, but this next EP after, we're all writing together, and it's all stuff we're putting together. We're working on it right now and trying to put new songs together all as a band, which is very challenging, you know.
Yeah, finding the right flow on how you want to play is hard. Like just if I bring a riff to Logan, then if he could write like a bridge or whatever, or if sometimes I have like a whole song written and I'll bring it and then he does his bass part. That's kind of how the first EP is gonna be, because I wrote a lot of songs and then they were fully finished, like guitar riffs and lyrics. And all that had to happen was he puts a bass line and Hef fills in on the drums. And so that's going to be the first EP. The second EP, like Logan said, it's us writing together. And it's mostly like either improv jams that we're like, oh, shit, we should use those chords for a song. And so then we start structuring it. And then if it's like something that I bring or that Logan brings, you know, then we work off of what we bring. And then Hef's brought in some songs. And we just write off of each other. And it's a process. It's fun. It's a fun process, though. It's not like difficult. In the sense of like not having fun. It's difficult,
Right.
challenging, but it's fun. It's like trying to solve a puzzle.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like a
wanna
child.
Do something good. You want to make something good. You don't just want to have a bunch of shitty songs. You know, I'd rather have 30 good songs to come out and play for you than like, all right, we got 100 of these awful songs. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're taking our time for sure, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and then does this even matter to you guys, like making videos or having videos? Oh, really?
Oh, this is so great.
I would say yeah. Once we get like music out, we're gonna have some killer videos. Like we're gonna use camo on real life probably.
Yeah,
It's a great way to
Camo Rose
promote.
Films.
It's a great way to promote your music as music videos. If you have a good music video, everybody's going to watch it. You know, a good song, good video, I'll watch it, you know.
And it's fun to make music videos. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah, we just made one for Hef and the E-Boys last week, and Camo, dude,
Shout out Camo Rose Films.
yeah, dude, it's gonna be fire. So look out for that too. The song is called "Sweater" by Hef and the E-Boys.
Yeah, and like I got a couple music videos out on Raw Culture, and that's where we're gonna release our music videos. We also did a music video for Matt Flagg, and are doing a mini docu-series here soon. But I think videos are really important for your image as as an artist or whatever you are. You know, if you're an artist, promoter, musician, whatever, like your image is so important. So getting anything that's filmed or photographed that coincides with your music is really important to build a brand and to build an artist's name, you know, like doing interviews, like going, like shooting whatever little.
Because people
videos.
watch that shit.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
that's how people get
watch
entertained. I think like digging into like the life of the artist or the musician also is like very entertaining and entertaining in itself. Just like to be like, oh, what does this guy like? What the fuck does Logan do?
And
on
it
his
makes you
day-to-day,
want to
you know?
go see them live, you know, because like, oh, these guys are kind of cool.
It
or,
builds a
like,
bond, yeah.
Yeah, these guys are weird, you know. I kind of want to see what's going on there and go out and see our show, maybe, you know, or stream our song, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the more somebody can relate to you, the more fans they become, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be relatable in today's world, like, because then if you're not selling something to your audience, then they're not going to want to listen.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Yo.
Can I pee during this?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. As soon as you step out, it's to your left.
That's hilarious. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, here's the bottle.
Huh? No, yeah, right. Just here's a bottle.
There's a bucket under the table, man.
That's hilarious. No, it's like that. That's from Dumb and Dumber, bro. Beer bottles and the cops stopped them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, while Fish goes pee, man, guys, what do you do when you're not playing music? Or no, actually, let's wait for him to get back up for that one.
Okay.
What do you do to prepare to make music? Or are you always on go? Is it always like a...
Usually, I don't know. It's a tough when you're a drummer, like, because you're not playing like notes. You're not playing chords. So like, drumming alone is like honestly drumming alone isn't that fun. Like it's fun for like a minute. Like you could just like bang shit, but like when you don't hear like chords or like notes, you're just like, what am I doing? And then that's why it's fun to play with guitarists and bassists and keyboardists, because like then it's like we can make a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually prepare for it and pick up my bass or my acoustic guitar usually, and think of progressions and kind of a beat, how fast, slow I want it to be, or just like what I think will sound cool, and then I play some chords. And that I suck at writing songs. Diego's more of
Diego is a great
he's
songwriter.
So creative, and he's like a better songwriter than he is a musician. He is so creative, and just like he makes hip hop music too.
Yeah, and I heard some of it.
Yeah, it's really good, and he makes instrumental stuff like producing beats and stuff. He's really creative, and he has a good vision for like what to put together, and it makes it easy for us to jump in and put something on top of it, because he gives us kind of a clear vision that we can twist up and make our own.
Okay.
Howdy.
Now, Logan, I did want to ask you this, dude, because on the darkest hour when I was shooting your guys' set and playing it back to edit, dude, you really look like immersed when you're on the bass, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I have a lot of fun playing, and I was pretty lit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that's usually you all the time, bro. Just like feeling.
I can't remember how I was feeling that night, but I was either just like in it or like dancing around jamming. So I was pretty sauced up.
Okay.
He was on the song.
You should see his faces in the pictures that people take.
It's so bad, dude.
At like there's we played this show at a New Year's Eve show at Stockyard. And this dude named Madman, I don't know his real name. I'm
Joseph.
sorry, Joseph.
He's a beast, Madman.
Shout out. Yeah, he's a beast at taking pictures. He took the pictures over at District for Afro Man as well. But he was taking pictures of us, and there's this picture of Logan, and he looks so fucking pissed, bro.
I look like Black Sabbath. I'm
like
all mad.
like he's angry at like.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and that's how he is all the time. Like I think like when we play like groovy stuff, like and he moves, that's the only time he moves. Other than that, he's just standing still and like
playing music, man. I'm not worried about dancing. I'm trying to play music,
And then there's Hef going with the drumstick.
I'm dancing on the drums, man.
And I'm a dancer. I always tell the guys like, hey, you guys should be playing like we're playing to a sea of blind people, and they're always like, no, you got to be cool.
You got to be entertaining.
That's me and Hef's thing too. Like that's the dynamic I think between us. Like we're more like, oh, we got to be like, I don't know, flashy, I guess. Not really, not flashy like in the sense of style, but like dressing, just in the sense of like fucking
bring the
personality.
wow factor.
You know what I mean? Just do like I play without shoes sometimes, or like take my shirt off, like shit like that. And people are like, oh shit, they're getting serious. And when we're moving on stage, I fucking like sometimes I'll have cymbals with my guitar. I'll be like, psh, you know what I mean? Just shit like that. It's fun, and we're having fun on stage, like little kids in a sandbox.
And I play bass. That's what I do.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna ask guys. I was gonna ask you, Fish. Like, do you always take off your shoes to get comfortable, or?
Yes, it's hard to press my pedals with my fat shoes. Like I have like these pedals that have like this little button, but like this big, and sometimes it's too close to get it on my pedal. It's too the knobs and everything. I knock shit around and it's too small on my pedal board. So like it's easier to just one toe that bitch. You know what I mean? Like you ever seen that SpongeBob episode where he like is learning how to drive and is trying to get his license, bro, and he fucking rips his toe out through his shoe to press the gas pedal? That's me on my guitar pedals. Like it just makes it easier and it's fun to play like just like that. I remember there was one time I got down to my underwear and played a show. It was fun.
What the?
Yeah, we opened up for Vended. That's Slipknot's kids.
That was the underwear show?
Yeah, the underwear show at Iowa City.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I believe you told me about that.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fun. I got down to my underwear. It was so hot in that fucking stage, dude. And it's the same in like a lot of stages. That's why me and Hef took our shirts off at the Halloween show, dude. It was hot. People are around you. You're fucking moving.
You got to sometimes.
Like, yeah, it's like you can't breathe sometimes. That shit, I'm like, oh.
Dude, I don't drum with the shoes on, so I take my shoes off and I drum with the socks.
Really?
I can't do it barefoot because the pedals are too cold for my bare feet, so I wear my socks.
That's awesome.
I think you got to be comfortable when you're playing live. You know what I mean? Like, just you essentially got to sit there for 45 minutes to 2 hours and play well enough for people to be entertained. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be fucking comfortable. Like I just straight up.
There you go.
Hef, do you ever like? How did you learn how to do the tricks with the?
Oh man,
or does it come in hand being a drummer?
No, it doesn't come in hand. I'm not even the best at it, but like it's just like going back to what he said about making yourself look cool on stage. Like, you know, I just want to be entertaining, so I kind of was like, you know, watching my favorite drummers growing up, and I was like, well, they do a lot of shit. Like they're entertaining drummers. Like some of them do the flips and, you know, shit like that. So that's why I was like, I need to start doing that to be entertaining. And Logan hates it, but like I just don't want to be like three dudes on a stage playing music. I want to be like three dudes rocking out, you know?
Hell yeah.
Depending on the song. I mean, some songs you need to be chill. Like we have a bunch of different songs. Like I would say have no genre. I can't even give us a genre. We have R&B, we have fucking punk rock, we have heavy metal, we have like
a country sounding sound.
So
genres suck, dude. Who wants to be in a genre?
Yeah. It's just fun playing music, man. Like, because I think a lot of artists or bands like strive to sound like one thing the whole time.
Right.
And regardless of, you know, whatever it is that puts you in the criteria of being, you know, categorized in a genre, like I think sometimes just being a musician, you learning how to do new things, you like to explore those realms. And so like staying with one sound, it kind of gets boring, you know?
I appreciate what's it called? Like different flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Spumoni ice cream and music, man.
Yeah, it's like you got jazz, you got blues, you got metal, you got rock, you got
put
punk.
It all together, it's delicious. Throw some like peanuts in there, you know.
I'd say like we got the some of our top songs that we play like are so different in like their genre. So we got Diddle Number 1 that sounds like a country song. We got Part of Me that's like an acoustic thing that you could probably hear on the radio. We got Another Beautiful Day that's totally punk rock, Green Day-esque. We got Gatsby, which has no lyrics yet, but it's such a jazz song. And then we got Real Life that's like a alternative rock song. And then FTP that's just screaming and aggression. Like just like it escalates from country or like acoustic to country to blues too. Like it's
a punk rock anthem.
Yeah. Real Life would totally be a punk rock. That's gonna be the name of our debut EP. It's gonna be called Real Life.
Okay. Now, is there a genre or genre fucking you guys are not like a big fan of?
No. I before we started the band, I wasn't much into hip-hop music, but then I started playing with these guys, and I've kind of I was when I was a kid, but I kind of fell out of it, and then I really got back into it when I started hanging out with these guys, because they're like, how do you not like hip-hop music? I'm like, yeah, there's probably something good in there, go back listen to the stuff I used to dig when I was a little like Lil Wayne and stuff like that, you know, and
Lil Wayne.
yeah, but no, I love rap music's really good, but I can't think of any genre I don't like.
I got one.
Don't listen to opera.
Oh, you took it, bro. You literally took that word
I love
from my
show
mouth.
tunes. Show tunes.
I don't like
are cool.
opera either. Or you know what? You're gonna hate this, but I'm not the biggest fan of jazz. I mean,
Jazz rocks.
And he plays it, bro.
Country
I do,
music
but-
sucks. Like, I love country music. It's like one of my favorite genres. But anything that's like pop country music past the 80s, you know,
love me
like,
some pop country.
Pop country's so bad, dude. Like Luke Bryan, anything girls with cowboy boots listen to is so bad, dude.
Oh, so if you're a girl with cowboy boots coming to our show,
You're
we're
throwing
gonna
the
say,
shade,
Fuck
bro.
you.
Shade.
Darn, there goes our demographic.
Yeah, there goes 90% of Northern Illinois.
Seal. Oh yeah, jeez. Cut that.
Terrible comment.
We're never
Logan.
playing. We're never playing at Country Thunder.
Yeah, we're never. Shucks.
We should prank our way onto that lineup one day.
Yeah.
Like
And
pretend
just
we're
Just play diddle number 1 the whole time.
Yeah.
FTP. Heck yeah.
Yeah, me guys, I'm not really a fan of screamo.
Me neither, dude. That's a good.
Okay,
I like
time
metal
out.
music.
Time
but
out.
Not when they're screaming.
What? Okay, there's different types, right? Because I am a fan of metal and some screamo, right? But screamo is like, I think, a very simple, vague term because like, and I'm sounding super
It
crazy,
is.
super crazy
It
right
is.
now. But there's so many different types. Like there's this band called Architects that it's a lot of like mostly only screaming, but like it's composed so well that the music, like if you listen to that type of music, the guitar in that shit and the drums, bro, like that's math. That's some complicated ass math,
real.
bro. Like you playing metal music is hard as fuck, and that's why like we don't do it all the time. But like playing those guitar riffs, playing those drum licks, like double bass pedal,
So
fucking like it's hard.
There's
just like
a lot
jazz.
of local bands who do that. where
Yes.
It's like, man, you guys are insanely talented
Yes.
musicians.
like Dystology,
Yeah, and-
Shallow Grave.
Yeah, but I don't personally listen to a lot of music if I can't understand the lyrics. You know what I mean? It's the same way I feel about some rap music. If I can't understand what you're saying, I can't get your message. Really like the beat, really like the drums, really like the guitar, stuff like that. But I want to understand what you're putting out there, you know.
Logan, you're breaking my heart, man. I love that Midwest chop rap.
Hell yeah.
What's Midwest chop rap?
It was like a big genre back like maybe 10 years ago, you know. Well, I would say Twista, you know, Busta Rhymes, like that
Those
really
guys rock.
But you can't understand what they're saying.
No, but
You
that's
can't tell
not
me.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like shit like in 2019, you know.
Like I dug a bit of good.
Yeah.
Mumble rapping.
Oh, I like mumble rap too.
But there's some good mumble rap.
I do like some of those, like just the rhythms, bro.
Chief
like
Keef.
yeah, I heard motherfuckers talking in the barbershop.
That's hilarious.
Dude, yeah, we fucking listen to everything, man. I think between us three, we have just the most diverse music. We like a lot of music, and just sharing that into the jam is cool.
What do you listen to?
Yeah.
Me?
No, it's Fishhead and the Bones interviewing Angel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me, guys. So I grew up listening to rap, a bunch of oldies.
Like what?
Oldies like Temptations.
Oh hell no, that's old.
Bro, the Grapevine. I mean, not the Grapevine. The Great Band. Fucking. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Dude, I saw them live, bro.
Really?
No cap. Fucking.
How was the concert? Or
Dude,
the
they opened up for Carlos Santana.
Oh, really?
Dude, it was so great. My girlfriend took me my fiance took me for my birthday, bro. And like, it was so great. Like, as soon as like they started with the, I was like, like I was going hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, it was so good. I'm sorry. Keep
You
going.
got a pretty eclectic taste too, huh? You got a lot of it's all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was all over the place. For sure, when I was growing up, I wasn't really into like what my sisters were listening to, and that was like Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
fucking,
Oh, hell no.
like female artists, like
Britney Spears.
a little bit, not too much.
No.
Man, there's another one. Man, fuck.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, some stuff like that,
Yeah.
bro.
Can't get with any of that either.
But and then eventually, when I got into my own music, it was mainly rap. But I got tired of that, bro. Now, as an older man, 29, about to be 30, bro, I listen to everything.
Yeah.
But again, I don't listen to screamo because it really hurts my ears.
Yeah,
Like
I get
a certain amount, a certain pitch really damages my ears. Like
Yeah.
it really hurts.
I
Like
get
yeah.
that. I get that.
But bro, I listen to everything. Techno, mellow, fucking. I shit you not. Madonna, bro. I listen to the Madonna, bro.
Dude, my brother loves Madonna, and he's only 18.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was like a dying breed. You know, like old,
It
the
is.
old.
He
But
listens to a lot of pop music for sure. But
80s pop music is dying and should die.
Nah, dude.
I love music from the
You're
late
bra- you dude, look
60s,
at have
early
salty,
70s.
dude.
I am salty.
He,
The
like I
80s
see,
are
I see the vein coming out of the side of his fucking head, bro. He's gonna strangle fucking Logan because Hef is a pop like just
pop
phenom,
star.
man. Like he just like the Hef and the E-Boy songs, so poppy.
They're
Like
just pop songs.
Yeah.
We're a rock band that makes pop songs.
cause the lyrics are very poppy, the music is very poppy, the guitar riffs are
So poppy, it's so
yeah.
good. Kurt does some really good intricate guitar work, but
Yeah.
it's like
pop with like
it's
Midwest
stuff
emo.
you'd hear on the radio. You know, it's
Yeah.
radio. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I just try my best on the bass. I'm not that good.
Dude, and also, I forgot a big one too, bro. Like bands like rock, somewhat metal. Chop Suey.
Yeah,
That's System of a Down right there, brother. Yeah, dude, Chop Suey. Dude,
That's a cool song.
their System of a Down is legendary as fuck, dude. Like
They're like rock,
they're more. I'd say they're more metal.
metal.
They're metal. They have a lot of. I mean, I think that metal is more like. It's not like screamo, but they have screams. Kind of like that's where I get my inspiration from. Like they have a lot of that. Like they have singing because like their singer Serge, like he sings. He was classically trained in opera. Like he was. Yes, I don't know if you knew that,
No,
but
And then
Would
he-
you
yeah.
call them new metal? Are they?
And then he
No,
like
they're not nu
raps
metal.
too. He
Yeah,
like
he-
sings opera and then goes into like heavy metal rap
And then he screams.
You might actually kind of like
Yes, because there are
They-
some songs and like they're musicians. Like the basses, dude, fucking crazy looking, but just shreds. The guitarist, also very crazy
Shreds.
looking, shreds the fuck out of that guitar. And then the drummer just shreds the fuck like that. Just it's
You
a
might
very
dig
talented.
that. It's not too bad.
I wouldn't say it's new metal though. Half new metal is like the Deftones. Like new metal is more like more screams,
Limp
like Limp Bizkit. Yeah, and then there are also bands that are talented. I mean, they got signed. If you you got to be talented to be signed.
Or
You know.
just have music with millions of streams on Spotify. You're
Yeah.
doing something, right? You know, there's a million people streaming your shit. You know, you can't really argue with it. You know.
Yeah, but Chop Suey, dude, that's the max I can like listen to, like, and
Oh, yeah.
like the screaming part. You know when they scream like,
Like,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Like that's the most I can handle, bro. Any more louder than that, bro, my ears start.
But that's cool. That song, the way they do it is a lot really similar to the way we do it.
Yeah, Fight the Power has a screaming part that about that high, and like that's about the only screaming note I can hit is a
And
high screaming
It's
note.
a song there's no screaming in until we get to that part.
Yeah.
It's for 15 seconds and it sounds really cool.
There's like 3 time changes in the song, like 4 different riffs, and it just goes hard. Like
and
it's
it ends with guitar solos and screaming. It's
Yeah.
cool.
and like that derives from not only System of a Down. Another band that does that a lot is there's fucking Rage Against the Machine that's also from the 90s. That I mean he didn't really scream, he more
Yeah, he
rapped,
does.
but he did scream a little bit. Linkin Park, Deftones, the Deftones when he's like whispering, then he screams. Like it like just so many bands. But my favorite band though is the Red Hot Chili Peppers right there.
I love them too,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, and like we were trying to go see him at Lala this year. We are going. And Hef's like, did you invite me? But he's coming with probably too. Like just hearing those guitar riffs, those intro, like that. I used to watch so many documentaries on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like just fanboying it up, like, and I kind of bring some of that, how that like their work ethic and what they did to like our practices, like being able to jam before we actually play any songs we wrote. That gets us warmed up with not only our chops, but then like, you know, singing, because he sings too. He does backup vocals, so then we get warmed up. It's like warming up for a sport. Like if I'm about to go out and wrestle a wrestling match,
Do your stretches.
yeah, you gotta do your stretches and dynamics before you go out and fucking do your shit. So that's the same thing with us. We start jamming, and then once we're good on jamming, like for an hour and a half, then we practice for like 30 minutes.
And we party like the
And we-
Chili Peppers.
And we party like the Chili Peppers.
Favorite song?
Of the Chili Peppers? Oh, man. Dude, can I name 3?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, top 3. By the way, I love the song. I love the album. The whole album, I love it, but that's one of my favorite songs. Wet Sand, the solo in that fucking thing, so in love. So in love. And the last song I would have to say,
Why'd you ask to say 3 if you didn't have 3 songs?
no, because I'm battling between 2. I'm battling between 2 right now. Because like their new album is great, but their other album was
My
like,
favorite Chili Pepper song.
Great Apes in the new album. That's my 3rd.
My favorite Chili Pepper song ain't even a Chili Pepper song. I used to really dig the Chili Peppers when I was younger, but I really got into John Frusciante's solo stuff. Is pretty good. The guitar player, and he has a song called "All the Past Recedes," where it's him on acoustic and he does like vocal harmonies like with himself. It's so cool. You should check that out. You dig that. What about you, Hef?
I would say Scar Tissue is probably my favorite.
Typical.
Is that the biggest hit?
like probably number 2, bro. He said, "Yeah, Scar Tissue." That's
Under the Bridge.
That's like number 1.
Yeah.
Mine's I think Dana, California, or something.
That's number 3 right there. No fucking.
That's a good tune, dude.
Dude, like that, and that's all music with John Frusciante. Like I love John Frusciante. I wish I could meet him in person. Like that dude, is such a big influence on me. Like that I've just tried to not mimic his sound, but get a sound that is almost like how he does his sound from his Marshall amp and his Stratocaster. I don't use a Marshall. I use orange, because I love the orange sound.
And a Strat with a humbucker.
And a Strat with a humbucker, yeah. So my sound isn't gonna be like his, but just the playing, you know, like soloing wise, just being a good songwriter. I want to be a good songwriter. You know what I mean? Like I love writing songs. It's so fun, and I want to be good at it. You know, I don't think I'm where I want to be or where I should be, but like that's what I want. I want to be a fucking sick songwriter.
Oh yeah, dude. Shit. Now, guys, I want to ask you this: do you feel like the instrument, the quality of the instrument matters?
Yeah, I do, and I probably would disagree. They probably would disagree with me because that's something when I was a kid. First thing I got a job because I started playing when I was 13. So when I got my first job at 15, I was like, sweet, save up money, buy a bass, you know, and because I had a pretty shitty bass, you know, because like I'd gotten it for Christmas just to learn, you know, and so save up money, and I saved up a lot of money and bought a really nice bass, and so I've only played on really nice basses because the first one I ever bought with my own money was really nice, you know, but I've also played really shitty basses and made it sound cool. You know, shitty guitars made it sound cool too.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Logan. I think you think I would disagree with you, but gear does matter.
Because your kit sucks.
I mean, but that's the practice kit, though. Like,
I'm
that's
just
not,
giving you
that's not
shit.
the kit I bring out to the shows, you know? So, like, yeah, it matters to an extent, but if you're just practicing, it doesn't matter as much.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
I disagree. I'm gonna be the disagreeer right here.
He'll play something with one string on it.
Yeah, like I grew up in a household, like I grew up in a Mexican household, you know, like Hispanic moms don't, like, she's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, work with what you got, you know what I mean? Like growing up, not being able to get a guitar because, you know, fucking music instruments are expensive, bro. Like expensive as fuck. So like my mom, my dad could only afford a fucking $100 guitar when I was 16, and like I did work, but like just wasn't into music like that at that point in my life that I was like, I need to spend a lot of money on this. I just bought a car and, just, wanted to get around and socialize. So, like, but I have, my guitars aren't really expensive. I don't really play very fancy guitars.
Your Fender's nice.
Yeah, and it was a $300 guitar made in Mexico. And, like,
it's not a $300 guitar. He bought it for $300.
Yeah.
It's a great guitar.
But like but my amp though, I'm gonna spend some money on that shit. Cause like like the guitar I can make, it's not the guitar, it's the guitarist that makes it sound good, right? The amp, you gotta play out a good amp to sound good though.
It's probably more important than the guitar.
The amp is more, yeah, I'd say so. It's more important than the guitar, cause I could pick up a fucking like a guitar from Walmart and make it sound super cool on my amp.
And
you know what I mean?
Can't take a great guitar and play it through a shitty amp.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like good. Fucking garbage.
It's gonna sound terrible. But you can play a shitty guitar through a great amp and it'll sound good.
Yeah, and that's my perspective on it. Like if you pick up an instrument, it's not the instrument, it's the musician playing it.
Yeah, because usually I don't know if you guys ever seen in movies like, they usually make it seem like if you don't have the newest Corvette, in like guitars. Yeah, tenacious. Fucking yeah. They make it seem like if you don't got the quality instruments or equipment, like it's not gonna be good or something, So I wasn't sure if that was just like a
dude. I've been to punk shows, like underground shows, that it was the shittiest equipment, like feedback on the PA system.
Right.
But the show and the energy of the show was worth going to the show. You know what I mean? Like the energy that the people put out there in their performance, and like just the people that are there, like just making something out of nothing. Like that I that's so punk, and that's punk rock as fuck. And
you can put on good, like play good music on a bucket. You know what I mean? Like you can do anything with whatever, but you can get a lot of different sounds out of a lot of different instruments based on electronics and wood and stuff. So that's kind of how I got into it, is like researching, like, I can make it sound just like the guys I looked up to, and learning the songs they play and stuff like that,
That like the sound system in Half's basement is very minimal in punk,
but it sounds so
and
good.
And it sounds great. Like we use literally a box mixer, and sound engineers everywhere are gonna cringe, but we use a sound box that has the power amp built into it, right? That's just what we practice with too.
Sounds good, and
like
Hef's house shows.
Yeah, and we don't even mic up the drums, the amps, because the basement is just big enough for everybody to be heard. And they've been great shows. Like it sounded cool. It depends on the venue. It depends on the size of the room. But that's the definition right there. Fucking punk rock right there.
Now, guys, I just want to ask you one more question, man, and we can wrap it up. What do you guys do when you're not rocking out your instruments?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, shit. I spend a lot of time playing instruments. Like, when I'm not playing with my buddies, like, I play bass with these guys, and then I go home and I play acoustic guitar. You know what I mean? I'm not anywhere near what Diego's doing, but it's something I just started picked up a year ago, And my girlfriend's a great singer, Sadie Mae, and we do a lot of jamming together and work, What do you do?
When I'm not playing music, I watch Hulu. I hang out with my dog.
That's beautiful.
I think that's it. I might get my master's degree soon. I'm thinking about that.
Geez.
So I might go back to school.
Masters for
School counseling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a fucking dean, bro.
That's a big announcement.
I've been thinking about it.
a dean to a school?
Yeah, he's the dean. He's the dean.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude! Please don't give me detention.
He's the dean of
You're in
dean,
detention.
man. He's the dean.
Dude, that's cool, bro.
he and I have like the same schedule almost, except I do a lot of extracurricular activities like I coach wrestling, and then track. Actually had track practice today, and then I train jiu-jitsu, and either I'm doing
The next Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's Joe Rogan.
no, No.
Andy's doing a podcast
wrestler,
right
man.
Oh,
now.
no.
Dude. No, that's all I do too. Like just either I'm working,
Making
spending time with my
hip-hop
girlfriend.
beats.
Fucking yeah, I'm working on my solo project right now. It's called Expanded Playground. I'm almost done with it. It's gonna be released here soon, within the next couple months.
Yeah, I definitely seen and heard a little bit of what you worked on.
Yeah. It's been years in the making, man. Years
all
in the
good
fucking
stuff,
making, dude. Like since I started producing music back in 2018, so 5 years. I mean, 2018 I was trash though, like so bad at producing, and now I have a little bit more confidence and I'm getting out of my shell. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So if you can look into the cameraman and let them know where they should check you out at, and yeah, well, where should they check you out at?
Well, first and foremost, if you want to see the songs that are coming out on our project, come see us at our live shows. Everything that we play at our live shows is going to come, and we're recording it. We got a show coming up April 8th at Mary's Place, April 21st at the McPherson, April 22nd at the Texas Lounge, May 9th at the J&K. I'm going to be performing Sad Fest, my own solo shit, May 20th. And then just keep an eye out for our socials, which Hef does.
Yeah, so I do the Instagram. So we have an Instagram. It should be at Fishhead and the Bones, all one word.
Lowercase.
And go follow our Facebook page. We're trying to build followers and stuff on our Facebook page so we can kind of get the show information out there. So if you look up Fishhead and the Bones on Facebook, you'll find us on there.
And the final thing is YouTube. What we're all a part of is called Raw Culture Productions. We have a bunch of content coming out, a docuseries on different artists in Rockford. But you'll find our music videos. You'll find my solo music on there. You'll find anybody else that's involved in Raw Culture Productions work on there. We got Matt Flag. We got Hef. We got Character, myself, and just anybody that works with us. Subscribe to Raw Culture Productions. Follow Fishhead on the Bones on Instagram and Fishhead on the Bones on Facebook.
Definitely look in the description below, and just like that, man, stay tuned and stay safe.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.